Allis here. Welcome back to Silverrun Forest Farm. We are in July. The barley field, we just go and have a look, is ready to harvest. So you can see there. So that'll be the primary thing today. We skipped through the end of June and because it was raining and because the barley wasn't ready to harvest. But one thing we need to do first is sell our corn, because if we have a look at our stock check, we'll actually see that the price is up near the maximum. And if we compare it on the chart, it's in fact at the top price that it's reached in the last 12 months or so. So it's a good time to sell. We're probably got 2 trailer loads, about 36,000 litres. It's only going down to the Silverrun market, so it shouldn't take us long to get that sorted, and then we can get on with the harvest. Jake's already taken the header down. He's got the Allis. We're going to give the Allis a go on the baler for the straw. It's probably about 10% under the horsepower that's required, but hopefully it'll be enough. And we'll get cracking with this will be the second barley crop off this field that Jake's done. He hired some equipment last year. So it was actually oats. So a lie. Oats he took off last year, and that's what we've been feeding the horses, and there's plenty in the little silo down by the stables. So just takes a minute for this auger to fill out of the bin, and we'll get 20,000 litres there. So let's head down to Silverrun Market and sell our corn. That'll top up the bank account quite nicely, and it'll be a pleasant change to have a period where we don't actually need to spend any cash directly. So we'll see how the day unfolds, of course, but yeah, the barley field's looking terrific over there. We're probably going to have about halfway in the bank to being able to buy this field that's on the left-hand side here. So that'll be another good step forward and give us a good supply of trees as we clear that area just in front of us here, to make another arable field for planting. This is the Silverrun Market. Let's tip the corn. And 20,000 litres, 17,700 for the crop, and then another 1,700 for the environmental score. So getting up pretty close to $20,000 for the trailer load. So a good position. These cars just don't look, they pull out. We'll go get the other one of those and get that sorted. Let's see the Allis sitting over there, hitched up to the baler. We'll probably sell all the straw bales because we've still got plenty from last year's oat crop. Yeah, so we won't be needing those, but we may store them for a bit because almost certainly the best price for straw will come a little bit later in the year. Yeah, just a little bit fiddly to get the trailer lined up under the little auger that's on our silo here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have enough room in this silo for the barley crop, but we'll solve that problem when we get to it, I guess. While that's filling, we might run the Gleaner over to the field. Get that sorted up. Or sorted out, rather. Paige's grandfather and father did a great job sorting this out for us. It's such a big bonus and a lovely surprise to receive from them. I think Jake's really looking forward to giving it a burl on the field. Here comes the train. No, it's been. Here we are. All set to go there. Run across and grab the Allis and the baler, because we can get one of the kids from the riding school here to help us out baling the straw, at least for the headlands, while we go, just to make things a little bit more efficient. Put you on here, so right control F, and we'll put the distance out to 40 just to make sure we've got some maneuvering room. Turn on the Gleaner. Away we go there. Fabulous. Looks like we picked well with the new header too. There's no apparent issues. We've got a slight rise here, but we seem to have plenty of horsepower in our N6 to handle this this width header. This looks like a really handy combination, actually. Why are we not baling? Did I not have it following the correct device? Let's have a look here. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I had it on the wrong unit. Certainly looks a little bit better. Alright, well let's get these headlands off. At the rate we're gathering crop, we're going to get quite a lot of crop off this field, which is a very nice problem to have. Just go a little bit wide on the corner here so we can make the turn without too much difficulty. Keep us going in a forward direction so that the baler doesn't lose us on the corner. Plenty of dust. There we go, we haven't even done two sides of the field and we're already 3/4 of a tank in, so there is plenty of barley coming off. It's great to see. And you can see what I was mentioning in the last episode, there's a little bit of land out here to the left that I reckon we can claim, and similarly up towards the railway line here. So there's an opportunity to make this field a little bit bigger than it was, which we'll do as we prepare it for the next planting. There's a couple of trees there. We can even plant a new stand of trees along the edge of the line to provide a little bit of a windbreak. But 90%. Just fall short of the corner, but there's enough room to get a truck and a trailer in there, I think. Let's go grab the truck. We'll stop our friend in the baler. And take the rest of the corn across and sell that, so that we've got some trailer space for the barley. So 16,000 litres of corn. We'd expect a bigger yield this year off the cornfield. That's a couple of tractor width larger. Jake took advantage of some extra space on that field as well when he was prepping it. So, well, we've got 36 in the silos, so we'll probably have an opportunity for another. Oh, and we had 10,000 in the trailer, so we had 46,000 litres of corn anyway. Be interesting. I would expect the yield to be up round 60 to 70 mark on the cornfield. Of course, you stop there. Oh, we're unloading here. We might just duck across to the store and see what's on sale. Well, that's pretty interesting. Bit out of our price range at the moment. Similarly, I think the mother bin's probably excessive for our needs. The planter's a little on the large side also. 12 metre planter would be very nice. And we already have a Scout, so no equipment. A couple of pieces that'd be nice to pick up, but probably just a little beyond our price range and needs at this stage. Let's go get that barley sorted. A tight turn. We get up the side there. Just enough room to squeak through. Go and restart our baler. Follow the Gleaner. 40 meters is working out pretty well. Let's go and get a second headland off here. I did not turn the baler back on. That will work much better if I do. Definitely need to turn it on before we hire the worker. And then much more straw will get baled. There we go. Cut our edge out. See how far we get round the field on this tank full. Trust everybody is having a good, fun, festive holiday season. We had a gorgeous Christmas day here in Melbourne, Australia. Absolutely perfect. One out of the box summer's day. Brilliant blue sky, no wind. For those shivering through the Arctic blast in North America, somewhat of a contrast. We were sitting at around 30 degrees Celsius for most of the day. I'll do a quick 180 here. Queue up. That extra distance just means it's a bit easier to get round and not have your following tractor run into you. It also gives the, I've probably turned a fraction tight, but gives the baler a chance to get round, except he dropped a bale just in the wrong spot. We'll check back in a second. Can they navigate around that? Yes, they can. Whoops, we're full. It's all happening at once here, folks. And you are hung up on that bale, so we'll just back you off a little bit. And move you over a squidge. Let's go around and empty. With 75 in the bank, while this is unloading, we'll have a look. So that field that we're interested in, field 36 over here, or the farm area 36, 116,000. So we've got to find another 40,000. So realistically, that's another container, which should enable us to grab that field. So we've certainly got the logs to fill a container kicking around. Now I would hope that in the next episode, once we get this harvest cleared, we're also going to have straw, although that might not sell straight away. And straw and barley is probably a Christmas sale proposition, but we can see where we're at. We'll get a good sense of the value we'll be sitting on, that's for sure. What is happening here? Where are you going? It's a very odd decision. It's not following by looks. Oh, maybe it is. Yes, 40 meters. Beautiful. Just the right distance. But with this headland done, we can probably just get a regular worker running backwards and forwards across the fields. I think we'll have enough space at this end, at both ends of the field now, and we can run up and get the other tractor to pick up some of these bales around the headland. Alternatively, of course, we could put another headland on here. Around, so might wait for you. You're going to stop right there, aren't you? Didn't get round in time. Let's pull you up there. Let's just drive the harvester for a little bit. Now that we've got plenty of room. The angle on this edge is pretty much 180, so it's a nice straight shot. Big shout out and thank you to Pleasant View Farms for making these the Gleaner mod available to me. A link to his itch.io page is in the description. He's also provided the Allis Chalmers tractor that we're using to pull the baler, so big thanks for those. Fitting in just nicely with what we're doing here. We're going to run out of create some space and get the truck. So I would imagine we'll fill the truck up and empty it into our silo. We may have to spend some of this cash that we've accumulated to get another silo in, I think. Because we are not going to have enough storage. We have a look at the price of barley. It doesn't show up on our stock check yet because we haven't got it out of the silo, but current prices for barley, again, the sell point is Silverrun market, but as expected, we're right down near the bottom, so there's a good couple of hundred a couple of $100 per 1,000 litres to be made. Let me get out of there without tagging another harvester. We can. We might take a bit of a bumpy shortcut across the tracks rather than driving around. Actually was less bumpy than I expected. Drop that in the silo there. Let's have a look what our other options for silos might be. It's a pretty large bin. And 1 million litres is probably a little more than we want. Hopper bin. There's an underground arrangement. So we've got a few choices we could go with. Particularly if we want to put a silo, an auger. Or alternatively, another one of what we have. I think the larger capacity could be the... What about these? We do have an auger down with the oats, so it's not like an auger is a limiting factor necessarily. Give that some thought while we're harvesting, I think. You're going to get out of there. Truck out of the way. We can do a couple more bales down this end before we go is going to need emptying again. And despite being about 10 horsepower short, the Allis seems to pull this quite well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 11's the top speed for the baler, so that's not too bad. More than acceptable. And economically a very good baling solution for Jake. Let's get up to around about here and we'll jump across and get the truck so that we can unload the harvester, which is calling out for assistance. Just in time. So this load will fill the fill the silo. 9,000 at current prices. Straw, 15,000 in straw. Yeah, there's still $22 under the market for straw. So we want to be waiting till the November, December time period to sell our straw. He chuffed off before I was ready. That bale is probably just going to be in the way. Let's go and deal with the bales. Hopefully we'll get back in time to empty with the harvester going in the right direction. Is he just going to turn around? That's a nuisance. Mind. Pick that bale up while we're at it. An aggressive AI on the harvester. Had to deal with it themselves. And a harvester that's ready to be emptied. Should do us. trailer's going to be pretty full in just a minute, I think. There it is. It's full of barley and dust. Now what are we going to do here? We need to make a decision about storage. Jake really hasn't thought that bit through. The crop's a little bit better than he anticipated, and it's given him a very nice problem to have, but really needs to have thought through the grain storage issue. You'll get 2/3 of this trailer into the silo, and then he'll be stuck. I suppose there's another couple of harvested loads to fill the trailer. There is one more trailer in the shed, but a pinch. Could just keep going till he fills up the trailers and just sell the excess, even though it's not all that good a financial deal right at the minute. So we've got 4,000 litres left in there. The conservative part of him does want to do some more research, and he is concerned about what Paige might say if he races out and spends a bunch of money on a silo without consulting her. Not that she would consider herself in any way an expert, but she might want to have a say in where it's placed. But as it stands at the minute, they might get the crop off the field with just the trailer capacity. Would be close. Maybe just take the punt and play it out. Certainly until this trailer's full. Every trailer load we're going to see a little bit closer. He definitely wants a bigger silo complex because it's part of the plan to expand the farm. It's just a question of where to put it, and can they take this step to the sort of structure that's really required. It would mean potentially putting off the field purchase too, which is not ideal. go here? How many rows to fill the tank? And we can do an estimate. So it's this end, it's looking like about 3 rows to fill the tank, which means there's still at least another 2 tanks on the field. One of which will go in the trailer and then maybe one in the smaller trailer. And maybe they'll get it all off. I think where his head's at is even if another trailer came up in the sale, he'd prefer to buy that, particularly if it was a semi trailer. He'd prefer to go down that route than jump and put a snap silo in place. So over here, yeah, we're gonna get another row out of this. And it's looking like very much like 2 more tanks on the field. Yep, there's a collision hiding there somewhere. We get the whole tank in here. Maybe. Not quite. While we're turning, let's just go up the end here. So I think we get 10,000 litres in the other little trailer that we've got. Just leave the baler here for a moment and run up and get the other trailer. Mark a gravity wagon. And of course might be another option is to buy another one of these. It's quite a useful little size for moving loose product around. Good little feed transport. Jake's been wondering should he put some chickens in, particularly because he knew he was getting the barley crop, and of course that might be another option. We made a decision on where to place the chickens. They would inevitably include a little bit of storage, which you could put this surplus of barley into. The Glean has done a sterling job for us. Very happy with that acquisition. And start researching the corn headers that we'll need for it, as we also think about the equipment to use for the sugar beet, which harvest for both of those still a couple of months off, so there's no blinding rush. It's all going to come down to how much extra can we put in that little gravity wagon as we come past it. If we could get 2,000 litres unloaded, that would probably be enough. Let's see. We're at 4.9. Yes, we will. We'll have crop left in the harvester, which is not ideal, but we won't stand on ceremony. That'll give Jake some time to do the research that he wants to do. And later in the month, get organised with the solution, whether it's a new silo or chickens or both. Thankfully, at least there's a good cash balance to help work through that process. So there are many worse problems to be facing. Yes, we'll get this bit in here, and that'll have been a good day's work. Got about half the field baled, so might get a little bit more of that done. But for now, that's where we might leave Jake, just finishing off his field here, having got all the crop in. And successfully run Paige's grandfather's Gleaner, lovingly restored to its former glory. So until next time, thanks very much for watching. Stay safe and we'll see ya.